Study Session 9. African Ethics and Moral Values. Introduction. In this study session, we will discuss the features of African morality. We will also explain the concept of African ethics. When you have studied this session, you should be able to 1. Discuss the basis of African morality. 2. Highlight the features of African morality. African morality, founded on religion or humanism. Perhaps the most hotly contested issue in African ethics or morality is whether it is based on religion or humanism. Several African scholars have participated in this debate. Those who claim that somehow African morality has its roots in religion include J.S. Mbiti, E. Bolaji Idowu, and Moses Makinde. On the other hand, Kwesi Wiredu, Kwame Kwai, and Segun Gbadegesin argue strongly that African morality has its roots in African humanism. To properly understand what the controversy is all about, we may need to define and outline the points put forward by each group. Group 1. African morality is founded on religion. The main claims of this group include 1. Africans live in a religious universe. The views of Mbiti, Idowu, Awolalu, etc. 2. Religion plays a great role in the lives of African people. 3. All their activities, including cultural practices, must be influenced by one religion or the other. 4. Therefore, an African system of morality or ethics based on African cultural beliefs must have religious foundation. 5. Gbadegesin reconstructs Makinde's view in what could be seen as an alternative version of the above claim. A. Moral principles only make sense when we can distinguish between moral and immoral acts, between good and evil. B. The concept of good and evil are necessary for our understanding of moral concepts and moral principles. C. God's will is the source of good and evil in man's behavior, without which we will never have had the concept of morality. D. Therefore, God must be the source of our concept of morality. E. Therefore, Africans believe that God is the source of our moral ideas. Group 2. African morality is founded on humanism. The second group of African scholars, led by Wiredu and Guy, totally reject the above points, whether as stated in the first instance or in the second. They argue, on the contrary, that 1. Traditional African religion is not a revealed religion. 2. How then could they have had access to the commandments of God to use as the basis of their moral system? 3. As a matter of fact, African traditional religion is naturalistic, i.e., arising out of human existence in the natural world. 4. African morality, just like our religion, is meant to guide and regulate human conduct in society. 5. Clearly, therefore, African moral values must necessarily have arisen from human experience in the natural world. Another simpler way of understanding the position of the second group is to state the above points in a slightly different way. 1. African humanism is the practice in Africa whereby one has to show mutual respect to one's kinsman and protect one another's interests because everything belongs to everyone. 2. African humanism is about securing the well-being of every human being. 3. Morality is about ensuring that the interest and well-being of all are preserved and protected. 4. Therefore, African morality is not derived or based on the wishes of any god or religion, but is based on human interest and well-being. Futures of African morality. Whether African morality is founded on religion or humanism, there are certain moral values that characterize most African societies. 1. The moral system pursues human well-being and social welfare. 2. Morality helps to cement harmonious social relationships and solidarity. 3. Ethical egoism, or doing things only to protect one's interest, is disapproved. 4. Thus, moral values emphasize social and community interest ahead of the individual. Morality imposes social responsibility on all. That is, one is expected to show concern and care for the interest of other persons and the community at large. 6. Good personal character is a major goal of the moral system. 7. As a result, the cultivation of excellent moral virtues, such as probity, patience, kindness, fairness, humility, gratitude, moderation, temperance, generosity, contentment, hospitality, perseverance, trustworthiness, truthfulness, respect for other people, chastity before marriage, and faithfulness in marriage are widely encouraged in African societies. 8. The opposite of the above moral virtues, such as greed, adultery, sexual promiscuity, disobedience, and disrespect for elders, laziness, lying, and stealing, are all greatly frowned at in African societies. Let us, however, note that some of these moral virtues or vices are emphasized or disapproved to a higher or lesser degree in different African societies. Study session summary. In this study session, we noted that two groups of African scholars have emerged as to whether African moral values are founded on religion or humanism. The first group argues that religion plays a very significant role in everything the African does. Therefore, African morality must somehow be founded or based on religion. The second group argues that African religion is not a revealed religion, and that evidence points to the very fact that African moral values are founded on human interest and well-being, that is, humanism. The main features of African morality include the very fact that everyone is encouraged to pursue their interest by doing well to other members of the community. End of study session 9. Thank you for listening.